professor talking...
It was Yuna, correct?
Huh?
Yeah! It's just like Rean and Elise. Yuna and Kurt.
If you could move.
Canon relationship.
It's not that you're heavy, but I'm having trouble breathing.
Well then, history repeats itself.
The floor appears to be padded, so bruising should not be an issue. How strangely like the obscene positions you often find yourself in, Instructor Rean.
Please don't say things that'll give people the wrong impression. Oh, wow. I'm surprised you're already calling me an instructor.
That is your current designation.
Ooh, clipping right through.
I assure you, I didn't intend for this to happen. Then again, I suppose intent is irrelevant. I won't make any further excuses. You may hit me if it'll make
What?
How very admirable of you. You being so calm about it just pisses me off even more. So I think I'll take you up on that.
Damn. Slapping Kurt? He's my fave of the 3 new people so far.
Erebonian boys are just so... Ugh.
I do not believe his nationality was a factor.
You were just a little unlucky.
Not unlucky. I lacked the expertise to make a proper landing. That resulted in embarrassment for one of my classmates. I admit my...
I don't know, maybe we'll switch to Altina.
I see. He's so mature for his age. Well, minus one stinging cheek, the 3 of you look fine to me. So, it's time to begin storming the keep. But first, I'll need each of you to show me your weapons.
This whole thing is a joke, right? Do we really have to play along?
I know the professor, and he isn't the type to joke around. He's serious about measuring each of our abilities. I want to learn everyone's combat styles so we can work together and get out of here safely.
Understood. These are my weapons.
Damn. Dual blades?
2 swords?
That takes skill.
You're using the Vanderschool's dual blade style then. I knew of it, but I've never met a practitioner.
I admit our great sword style has far more notoriety, but that style also requires one to be born with a broader physique. These blades are better suited for the likes of me.
I didn't realize. Well, Yuna, how about you?
I'm still not down for all this, but I get it. This is a military academy, so here you go.
So...
Another dual
Okay. They make you play as some of the Crossbell characters at the end of Cold Steel 2, and those games never came out in English officially, but I believe the main character of those games uses the same type of weapons she does, and I think he also went to the police academy.
You use side-handle batons?
They look a little more complicated than that. What are they exactly?
These are gunbreakers. Special tonfa with guns installed. Developed by the one and only CGF. They can switch between melee and mid-range firing.
An intriguing weapon.
The Crossbell Guardian Force, right? If I recall, First Lieutenant Orlando was once part of it. He'd left long before the occupation disbanded them, though. Good to know. We'll see how well they work in action today. You do seem to know your way around them.
Of course I do. I trained with them at the police academy. And they'll be way more useful than a couple of weapons as old as the Great Collapse.
We'll see where everyone stands once we've engaged in actual combat. You're up next, Altina.
Understood.
She's got a combat homie.
Something I've been wondering for a while now. Who let a kid enroll at a military academy?
I've been curious about that myself. She claimed to be with the intelligence division, but surely she won't be joining us in battle.
Well, personally, I agree, but...
There is no need for concern. My physical age is approximately 14 years old. I am no small child.
Physical age? No, you're definitely small.
I also have my weapon, the basis for my admittance into the intelligence division.
This explains that black shadow I thought I saw earlier.
Clown Soleus, a combat shell. The latest version of the line of special weaponry. Further details are classified. Suffice to say, it will contribute to our overall fighting strength.
Are things like that normal in the Empire?
Of course not. It's my first time seeing something like this, too. The Golden Rakshasa, the Ashen Chevalier, and even a girl like her. What manner of place is this branch campus?
I don't blame either of you for having questions, but we can save them for another time. By the way, this is my weapon.
Katana!
Of course. The Tachi is used by students of the...
Oh shit, the Tachi. The 8 leaves, 1 blade. Polish the Tachi. Who could forget? Not me. 8 leaves, 1 blade.
What's that then? I mean, it's just like the sword Arios used.
Right. It's not an Imperial-style sword. It comes from the East. I guess the Divine Blade of Wind is pretty famous in Crossbell, huh?
A lot happened, but he still has plenty of fans. Even when a certain empire has made him a wanted man.
Yeah, I suppose so. That covers everyone then. Let's be on our way.
She's pretty upset about the whole scenario.
We're currently on floor B1. If we make it back up to ground level, this little trial will be over. I'll give you some tips along the way on combat, how to use arts, and your Arcus units. Follow me, and proceed carefully and deliberately.
Okay, let's just go.
I'll give it my all.
Commence mission.
About the notebook. You can open the notebook by pressing the right side of the touchpad. The notebook will automatically record information on a variety of subjects, and more tabs will be unlocked as the game progresses. In the main tab of the notebook, you can check your overall rating. The navigation log can also be found here. The mini-map. Ooh, I think that's my 8,000th trophy. That sounds like a prank, but that is true, I think. This allows you to view the area's topography as well as the location. Okay. You can change the character leading the party by pressing L1.
The entrance is right over there. Let's move out as soon as we're ready.
Yes, sir. Just what the heck is all this?
I don't remember being able to save at any time, but you might have been able to. Okay. What do we got here from my students? Needle shoot, airstrike, soul blur. Okay. High HP increases break damage. Break damage increased by up to 80%. 80%? Stronger counterattacks after evading. Ooh, counterattacks? Evades magic. That one kind of sucks. Alright, Rean's got the same attack. Everyone stop! It's a tiny weird rabbit. Monster! Right from the start? I can't believe he seriously released monsters down here. Instructor Rean, what are your orders? First off, I want to see each of your battle skills. Everyone, prepare for battle! Wait, are you really gonna make her fight too? I have no issue with combat. Don't worry, I'll back you guys up. We're going in now. Stay focused, everyone. Got it. I'll show you just what I'm capable of. Combat begins when you walk into enemies on the field. Press X to attack enemies on the field. Attack from the front will cause an enemy to pause briefly, and if you land an attack from behind, the enemy will be stunned for a set amount of time. Stunned enemies can... some enemies can be stunned by attacks from the front. Walk into a stunned enemy. Everybody gets 10 CP. Advantage. Walk into them from behind. Allies take their turns earlier. Standard, no bonus. Enemy advantage. You get totally boned. About assault attacks. Once you've accumulated enough assault points, you can press R2 to activate an assault attack. Unlike normal field attacks, assault attacks will trigger a battle on hit, allowing you to begin encounters with a surprise attack and maximum advantage. Whoa, that's new. Press R2 to spend assault points and perform an assault attack. Combat begins the moment an assault attack hits an enemy, allowing for a triple advantage. Points are not spent if it misses. That's cool. 50% break? Holy shit. Assault points are earned by destroying specific breakable objects, attacking enemies within the field. It's just... Oh wow, they really changed how fast you can attack. Active combatants each take action on their turn. After doing so, the ally or enemy below them on the battle order goes. Okay, and then sometimes there will be bonuses. That is important, because you want to try to get criticals and not let the enemy get criticals. Pressing X to attack. Circle to move. We know these things. Press triangle to perform crafts. Some crafts cost CP to perform. By dealing and receiving damage, you will gain CP. Crafts are special combat skills unique to a character. These items.
Very well.
Yeah, so arts are the ones that use EP. Crafts are the ones that use CP. And you have 100 CP is your max, usually. But you also use those to do things like S-crafts, which are the ones that like attack everybody and are super strong. But we don't have those yet.
Targets eliminated. Move out.
Rean is at 7. Enemy monsters eliminated. Whew, not bad for our first battle. No one's hurt, right? I'm unharmed. We're fine, but... Altina, right? You're not bad. You are correct. Alright, maybe I like Altina the best. I can't keep up. I still find it hard to believe that such a thing as combat shells exist, and it seems like she's very skilled at controlling it. That much is true, but it's also true that she's younger than the two of you. You both seem experienced in combat, so I'd appreciate it if you could support her. I plan to do that from the start anyway. It doesn't seem like the monsters will be too much of a challenge, so we shouldn't have any problems. I'm sure Crossbell's cutting-edge weaponry will show their worth eventually. Oh boy. You have a difficult year ahead of you. Don't talk like it doesn't involve you. Come on, everyone, let's keep moving. The battle tab is now unlocked in the notebook. It'll automatically record information about enemies you have fought. In order to unlock all of the enemies' information, you must make numerous attacks against them or use certain arts, items, or crafts. Analysis. Fighting a given enemy type of enemy gradually unlocks information about them, the battle scope item, as well as certain arts and crafts. I hate that arts and crafts. Can unlock all information at once. This will show how likely an enemy is to be afflicted by a particular status ailment. Oh, and it's got the same, like, date system. I wonder if this is going to be very similar to the status of the status, what am I thinking of? Setup of the first one. Is this an Orbment charging station? That's right, if things get a little too dangerous, we should come back here to rest up. Orbment charging stations like this are found in particularly dangerous areas. Inspecting it by pressing X and choosing rest will allow you to recover HP and EP. Okay, I'm gonna change this and see... Did that not save? No, see, now this feels normal. Weird, maybe... Oh, okay, whatever. You know me, gotta save. Oh god, what? An insect monster looks like it's got a pretty hard shell. It seems fairly agile, too. Enemies with either of those characteristics are best dealt with using arts. That's exactly right, Kurt. Let's try it out.
They're in disarray.
I was just wanted to see if it would show up and see if I had those points, but I guess I did. Press square to use arts. Arts require time to cast and consume EP. Attack arts, support arts. Elemental affinity.
Let's go. Arcus, activate.
Here I go!
Ooh, we have no idea what they're weak to.
My turn.
Soul Blur.
Charging.
They're weak to fire. And wind?
I'm up. All right, nice work.
Ah, treasure chest.
Breath R. It seems to be a quartz. Yeah, one of us should set it in their orbment. Well, obviously. There are several varieties of quartz that can be used with the Arcus 2. Enables you to use it. Yeah. Yep, so some of them are passive. Well, Rean already has recovery. It's better when that one's green. Okay. Get the EP back. Oh, the battle point things are down there next to the characters. I will remember that. I'm getting pretty hype. I'm excited. I've wanted to play like a true JRPG for a bit now. I mean, like, I played Yakuza Like a Dragon, and I really liked it. But I don't know, there's parts of it, like, this is more of a, like, true JRPG to me. Another new enemy? It's a bit tiresome having to deal with them all. I think it's finally my time to shine. Ah, the Gunbreakers. We're finally going to see what they can do, I take it. Here's hoping they live up to your boasting earlier. Oh, they will. Just you watch. Will they?
I won't go easy.
Press R2 to change Yuna's mode during battle. Use whichever mode is most effective for the current situation. Striker mode has increased attack, defense, and movement, effective against strong enemies. Gunner mode specializes in ranged, especially against groups. Okay.
Set gunner!
Does that change her
Set gunner!
arts? No, it does not. A break occurs when the enemy's break gauge is reduced to 0. This will disable the enemy for a brief duration. Dealing damage to an enemy's HP will also do stuff to its break gauge. Oh, damn, Tony, thanks for the host. What's up, everybody? Okay. Yep, that is how breaks work. Dead.
I shall go.
I don't see. I think it's interesting that Altina is one of the party members in this, but I don't like the characters that use the combat shells. This is Trails of Cold Steel 3.
My turn.
And despite the fact that I've been playing for almost 2 hours, we are still at the very beginning because this is a series of JRPGs that are so many hours long.
I shall go. There.
I probably should have impeded that. I didn't think about that. Fucking Altina. It just goes.
Very well. I'm up.
Alright, Rean still has Crimson Slash. Yeah, there we go.
Get back.
All right.
Still not dead?
Well, look at that.
Well, how's that? Their suppressive fire capabilities are impressive, but the trade-off is that the gun function lacks the same power the batons have. I suppose it's all about how you use them. They're very versatile weapons. Agreed, honestly, they're more impressive than I'd imagined. Man, they're so gonna hook up, dude. Ah, so you admit it. I was speaking strictly about the weapons. Their wielder is a separate matter entirely. Tell me, does one of your fancy sword moves involve pulling your head out of your ass? Oh, now, you two. About Yuna's mode change. Although the gunner mode doesn't get the same attack and defense boost as striker mode, the range and area of your normal attacks will increase. Duh, that makes sense. Striker mode should be used against a single powerful opponent. Gunner mode is for swarms of enemies. Why would you need to change it? Whatever.
Ready.
Treasure located.
Firebolt. The camera movement is fucking wild in this. There's something weird about it.
Sit. Our chance.
It's my turn. Yeah.
I'm up. Sit.
Man, they made the enemies in this tutorial area an actual joke.
My turn. Yeah. Behold the Vander style.
Oh man, I can't wait to get to later parts of this game because in the previous ones you're just so broken by the end that it is ridiculous. There's another big one. Yeah, I think now would be a good time to try combat links. Agreed. This will be my first time trying them out. Trying them in combat is the best way to learn. First off, let's get things set up. You can now use combat links. Combat linking is a phenomenon with the Arcus 2. Yeah, so basically you tell two characters to link to each other, and they get specific abilities based on that, so they just become stronger. Okay. I probably... Yeah, that'll probably be the links I want.
I won't go easy.
Performing certain attacks. Yep. Okay. Okay. So this is like the one battle mechanic I actually remember, and I explained at the beginning.
Crimson Slash. Now. Kurt. Yes. Yeah.
It's my turn. Take this. Wide open.
So if you do an attack that pierces them, then you can use your partner that you're linked with And usually they're very strong attacks. But you have to have at least 2 BP
My turn.
in order to do the rush attacks, so you just do the regular assist attack to get 1 BP, which is now up there in the corner. I have 2. So now if we were to get another thrust attack... Man, Kurt, you're really blowing it, my guy.
Understood. Yeah. My turn. There. Target's eliminated. Move out.
Not bad, you guys got it to work. So that was a combat link. It felt like I was completely in sync with everyone else. I detected no issues with linking between our current members. It appears we will have no issues going forward. Yeah, combat linking will be very important in our upcoming battles. Try to use it as often as possible so you get used to the feeling. That's all for the basics of battle. Any questions so far? None from me. Me either. But I can't believe a battle ornament this advanced has already been used in real combat. You seem to know a lot about what's going on. Are you involved with it somehow? Now that you mention it, she does seem to know her way around it. No, it's simply because I have experience with the previous model. But it would be fair to say this new model is the result of the tests Instructor Rean and his classmates ran 2 years ago. That is true. Oh, I had no idea. On top of everything else, you helped make this too? No, not just me. My whole class can take credit for that. But we weren't the only ones who participated in the operational tests either. For someone called the Ashen Chevalier, you're pretty humble, aren't you? I don't really think that has anything to do with it. The Ashen Chevalier. Is this man really the hero of Erebonia? Was there something you wanted to ask me? No, nothing. I understand what the Arcus 2 can do now. Let's continue. Yeah, I'd rather not be wandering around down here longer than I need to. In that case, let's go. Is something wrong? I never realized it before, but I was thinking how incredible Instructor Sarah is. She seemed pretty irresponsible and all over the place, but she managed to lead nearly a dozen of us. I don't really understand. In any event, I will provide support, as usual. If the situation calls for it, please give me orders. Thanks, I appreciate that. We must be most of the way through by this point. This is no time to let our guards down. Understood. You can now access the link section of the camp menu. About combat links, blah blah blah, we already know this. We already know this too. This is weird because they already told us this too. We already know this as well.
You've just crossed the halfway point. Best of luck on the second half.
You pranking me? Halfway point?
Yes. Thank you. What kind of campus would build a facility like this on site?
Alright. My boy Kurt's gonna die, so we gotta help him out. One of the things that's also good about Trails of Cold Steel games is that, like, even though sometimes you can have those wild JRPG difficulty spikes, you never are, like, totally screwed because there's... One of the options when you lose, especially during a tough boss, is to just be like, oh, can I try it, but they're easier now? So then you can just keep going. Okay, her thing sucks. Is Striker mode different? No?
My turn. Rean, activate. Fire.
Let's go. I'm up.
Rean, you are shitting the bed, my man. So one of the things to look for is, like, he's about to cast a spell, and as you can see on the side, I could potentially be hit by that next turn, but their crafts will sometimes have things like the delay +10, so if we hit with it and it works, we could delay the enemy's turn. There's also impede that will do that same thing.
Behold the Vander style.
So you want to try to do that as much as possible.
Our chance.
That god tier shit. Okay, cross break. Ooh, with 2, let's go.
It's my turn.
Interesting, is maybe 200 CP is the max. And I forgot about that, because they all have 180.
shall go.
What? He didn't kill that? Rean.
Rean, activate. Fire.
Supposed to be the hero of Erebonia, my guy. Oh, that's because I'm supposed to be using magic. We done goofed.
Go. Arcus, activate. My turn. Yeah.
All right.
See, it drives me nuts that the spells have cast time. Well, this will impede him at least.
Now.
Yeah. All right. Nice work.
Nice work.
Treasure located.
What does a proxy puppet do? Wow, you have to use the D-pad there, huh? Revives with 50% HP once and breaks afterwards. Alright, we do not need that right now. That's... Ooh. That thing's huge, way bigger than anything we fought here. Considering our current fighting strength, it may prove a difficult battle. I sure didn't expect them to let something like that loose down here. Should we back off and search for another route? No, we must face it head on. Head on? Are you crazy? Not at all. There are 4 of us, and we can use combat links. As long as we've got the basics down, we'll definitely be able to defeat it. For real? Very well, I'm ready. Understood. Assuming combat stance. Get ready, everyone. Let's go.
I'll show no mercy.
So for... Oh, man, you're here.
Very well.
So for larger battles like this, you normally can't, surprise attack them anyways. Ooh, Rain Slash? Let's go.
I shall go.
Bottleneck.
Rean,
Ooh, all 3?
There.
It's mine.
Let's go.
Rean Schwanzon. We're gonna do Crimson Flash. Sorry, Crescent Flash.
It's down. It's mine.
Damn, we broke them?
Here I go.
Actually, did I give her the healing? No.
Set. Gunner. There. Wide open. Let's go, Altina.
Understood. Yeah.
We're so close.
My turn.
Kill the big boy.
Strike.
Kurt Vander, that's what I'm talking about. Wow, he is like gonna die always. Did it give you the healing? No, I did not. Alright, good, it broke. You can heal him though. Yeah, heal Big Kurt.
Arcus, activate.
All right.
Ooh, nice break.
I'll assist.
God, I love the battle system in this franchise. It sucks that they're changing it for the next game.
My turn.
Oh, Rean's gonna die.
I can still fight.
Use your own arts there, big man. Oh. Yeah, they said in the next game that it's going to be more action-based, which, like, I don't know how I feel about that, man. Because I love me some turn-based RPG combat. What? Kurt, get up there, boy.
Is that all?
Is that it? Ooh. Got some globby fat. Oh, 100 HP? Holy shit.
Stats updated.
Detector can now be used. Analyzes a foe's weakness? Hell yeah. Kurt's OD? Damn, we'll see about that. Enemy monster has ceased movement. Whew, that was pretty tough. In the end, it wasn't as strong as I'd expected. No, watch out, you clowns! Behind you! What? Shoot! Altina, save him, dude. Rah! Oh shit! No, Rean, dude, we both know that Rean is the true OD character. Rean can now use the S-Craft, the Fallen Leaves! Alright, so for S-Crafts, if you have 100, you can use the S-Craft, but if you have 200, then it's fucking broken as shit. Let's go. 200 CP, the true Rean power here. What is it called? Oh, you can't back out of it once you use it. 7 slash Fallen Leaves. I love this one. My boy, sheath it up. Oh, cut the leaf.
Everyone okay?
God, he's so good. Oh, we got another HP too? Or is that the same battle, technically? What was that? Ooh. Man, when do I get Fee back? The Fee-Rean combo is busted. Juna, Kurt, Altina, are you all okay? Yes, somehow. No damage received. Glad to hear it. Thanks for acting so quickly, Altina. Yuna? I'm gonna say Juna forever, but it's Yuna. Kurt, putting your weapons away in front of the enemy isn't very smart. Don't let your guard down until you've confirmed the enemy is defeated. That's a basic rule of combat. Got it. My apologies, I was caught completely off guard. No, as the leader, it was actually more my fault. I've still got a lot to learn as an instructor. But that's no excuse. Measuring my skill as an instructor is another one of the reasons for this test. So I need you guys to watch me and decide for yourselves too, whether or not I'm worthy of being Class VII's no, of being your instructor. Oh? Decide for ourselves. After we finish here, any of you can transfer to another class if you want. I'll personally talk to the principal on your behalf. How's that? What are we standing around for? And Professor G. Schmidt. Quit wasting time and get back to the test. You're almost at the end, be careful. Whoops, I guess we talked too much. Let's keep going. Stay focused till the end. Understood. Yeah, we know Altina's gonna stay in our class. How dare he talk like he knows everything? And again, Again? Nothing. But he wants us to decide if he should be our teacher? Yeah, I suppose I haven't given him enough credit. I've been too arrogant. If I keep this up, there's no way I'll be able to face my father or brother. Yeah, so have I. there's no point in me being here if I'm just gonna act like this. Anyway, let's go, Kurt. We can't let that guy keep hogging the spotlight. I agree. We can't let ourselves fall behind Altina either. It seems like we're near the end. Let's hurry. Alright. We got... What do we got? Did I get 2 of those? Ooh, we did. 1,200 extra HP? Dear God. That literally doubles his fucking HP. Okay, well, you need that, but you have no open slots? It won't let me upgrade yet. I guess we'll just make Rean have more health than any person should have. Save because we fought the boss. Gotta break all the crates. Alright, I do like this R2 thing. Rean seems stupidly good. And they start with half. Oh, we used all the CP in the battle. Nope, we want to craft.
Arcus, activate. My turn.
But you still got the CP. I'm excited to see how Kurt plays out, because in the beginning, where they have more skills, he had some buck wild attacks.
I'll assist.
And I just can't wait to not have Altina in the party. Okay, we already have the info.
Yeah. Now. There, Yuna. I got it! Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Nice work.
Getting so much U material, which you can use to upgrade your weapons.
Just beyond there are the doors leading to your destination. Be quick about it.
Understood. Heading to target point.
Oh, that's why I can't do it, because they're talking. I was like, what the... That's like the 4th time that's happened. I thought I was just a moron. Which is entirely possible. But, should I save? Maybe a boss. But maybe not. Oh. Oh, yeah, we got... Hope, please be a boss. Whew. Is that finally the way out up there? The way back to the ground floor. It appears we've reached the designated point. Yeah, it seems so. Sheesh, what is wrong with Erebonians? What are you all thinking, building an insane place like this on a school campus? I'd appreciate it if you didn't lump us all together like that. The professor, he really is the famous G. Schmidt, isn't he? Yeah, for better or worse. Though I have no clue why he's here on the branch cam.
Wait a second.
Ooh, dialogue!
Be on alert. I have detected a spike in mana.
In what?
Mana.
You guys need to get out of there right away!
Is this thing a Panzer Soldat?
No, this is...
Magic Knight Direwolf.
It's a magic knight. An orbital golem from the Dark Ages. Professor Schmidt, are you responsible for this?
I happened to acquire a few of these antique machines when they appeared during the Civil War. Though its output is lamentably inferior to Panzer Soldat's, its ability to act autonomously is useful. This will be your final challenge in this trial.
Is he serious?
What is wrong with him? This is going too far.
They're not capable of taking on a magic knight. Only one thing I can do. Heed my
Yeah!
The use of a divine knight is prohibited for this trial.
Oh no!
Level 0 was not calibrated to account for its intervention. Were you to use it against such an opponent, the data I would receive would be useless. You do.
Man, I want to fight with Valimar.
To you, Schwarzer.
Against this?
Or if you'd prefer, you may choose to activate the new function installed in the Arcus 2.
Ooh, what's that?
Please activate Brave Order. Olivier, Prince Oliver said that you would be able to use it for sure, Instructor.
I bid you felicitations on your recent graduation.
Fucking Oliver.
Paid by duty though it was. I also wish to thank you from the bottom of my heart, Rean. These may seem on the paltry side as a gift for such an occasion, but I'd like for each of you to have the newly completed Arcus 2. I've added some fun little communication features to it, just for you. There are a few other new functions that can only be described as brilliant, so do give them a try next time you find yourself in a pinch.
All right, will do.
What is this?
I feel some kind of energy coming from him.
A combat link? No, it's different.
Prepare to engage in combat!
So this is on the menu in the beginning, but I didn't understand what it was.
Brave Order. Class VII Special Operations. Put everything you have into defeating the target. Yeah! This one's strong. Be careful.
I will actually have to read this one. Press up on the D-pad to issue a Brave Order. Brave Orders cost BP to use and provide special buffs to allies without consuming a turn. The number of indicates how many turns your party will be effective. You can issue a Brave Order while counts of the old ones still remain. Only one order can be issued per turn, but you can issue the same order multiple times during battle. Brave Orders from reserve combatants will also be available. Oh, Rean still has access to his S-Craft. Okay, order. An assault formation that raises damage dealt and CP gained. That's tight. 6 turns plus 20%. Jeez, man. That seems stupidly good. 8 turns, 50% damage reduction. Let's go with that for right now, because I don't know how strong this boy is. For 8 turns. You can rescind the orders, okay.
Here I go.
Oh, only Rean gets them.
Let's go. Raging fire formation.
That'll be good so he can get the CP back. Or wait, does that cancel out the other one? I think they canceled out the other one. Shit.
There.
Very well.
My turn.
Oh boy.
I'm up.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to change back to this.
Form up. Iron Will formation. Let's go.
Alright, Kurt's got the lowest defense of all time.
Activate. Very well. Strike. There, instructor. Leave it to me. Yeah.
You're broken! Change back to striker mode. Yeah.
Take this. Wide open.
I'll assist.
Someone has breath. It must be
I shall go.
Kurt. Okay, we already have all the info. Weird. I guess we can just... Oh, she heals 2. Oh. And she can heal herself? What? Okay.
I'll support.
That's very good.
Thanks.
I'm up.
Gotta get that 2 hundo
It's mine.
for the scraft.
My turn. It's down.
Big fan of the fact that it's still broken.
All right. Take this.
I don't like that. Certain enemies can become more powerful by entering an enhanced state. Increased attack, defense, status recovery. They leave themselves open, making them easier to break. Okay. You serious, clown?
My turn. Rean, activate. Fire.
Let's go. Now. It's mine. My turn.
Okay, we're gonna use this again.
Form up. Iron Will formation.
50% damage reduction for 8 turns seems ludicrous to me for some reason.
It's down. An opening.
Holy sweet God.
Here I go.
That was a 50% damage reduction? Yikes. I mean, so we gotta heal Altina, 'cause she gonna die.
Thank you.
Why?
Strength depleted. I'm sorry.
That was foolish. Let's go.
Okay, I definitely got totally boned here.
My blade, calm as still water. Now! 7th slash! Fallen leaves!
What? We gonna lose here, man? Oh, we are. Was I not supposed to win? What the fuck?
Sorry, everyone.
No, I was. I'm gonna retry again. That's bizarre. He went like 90 times in a row.
It's strong.
Oh, fuck. That's...
Here we go.
Form up! Iron Will formation!
Lost on the first boss like a freaking scrub.
Take this.
I shall go. Rean, activate. Fire.
Let's go. Strike! It's my turn. My turn. Strike!
Here I go.
Interesting.
Set. Striker. Take this.
Now. I'll support. Arjun heal.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Let's go. It's down. Kurt. Yes. Sit.
my turn. Strike! Eight's down.
All right, well, that'll delay it.
Got it. Yeah.
It's my turn.
So that gives Zero Order, Iron Will.
Form a Iron Will formation.
It's my turn. Take this. Our chance.
Oh, we're gonna win now. Okay.
My blade. Calls
Always
the
watch
still
this.
Now. 7th slash. Fallen leaves.
My turn.
Zero Arts.
Very well. Strike.
Ooh, and it broke. Get dumpstered.
Take this. Our chance.
I'll assist. Now. Rean, activate. Fire.
All right, we won.
Hostile suppressed. Continue mission.
Analyze.
All right, got it.
Yeah, I did it.
I must train even more.
Stats updated.
She's got no HP, man.
We did it.
Stamina depleted. A short rest is required.
You guys did amazing! The trial's complete! But you took this way too far, Professor.
That was faster than I expected. I'll have to increase the difficulty next time.
Could you please listen to me?
This trial was completely absurd.
Next time, is he gonna make us go through all that again?
The probability seems high.
At least that put an end to our orienteering exercise.
Thank you.
Great job, class. You all handled the first test of Brave Order very well. I'm proud of you. There are some areas each of you could improve on, but you just need to tackle them one at a time. I'm sure today hasn't instilled you with much faith in the idea of Class 7. Your class size and this trial are bound to raise some red flags.
Oh, Ron Weasley. That wasn't even all of Class 7.
Instructor who's only just graduated. What if he doesn't know what he's doing?
Okay. Gonna say you can't not show Fee and Juicebox and Gaius. I mean, come on.
Like I said, if you want to transfer to classes 8 or 9, I swear that I'll make it happen.
Fucking Milliam.
But it's something I want you to decide for yourselves. Think hard about what you believe, what you want to accomplish, what kind of future you want, and, most importantly, who you are. Only you can figure out if Class 7 is the right place for you. Take all that to heart, and I know you'll have your answer.
Una Crawford reporting. From today, I will be part of Class 7, Special Operations.
Really?
Don't get the wrong idea, okay? It's not because I want to.
That doesn't make
I
sense.
never wanted to come to this school. I'd much rather be back in Crossbell. I don't like Erebonia, and I don't think much of you either.
So it seems.
But throughout the entire exercise, Your guidance was clear and accurate. If you weren't with us, we never would have beaten that thing. Honestly, it's infuriating. And I'm annoyed I couldn't show off what I learned at the police academy. That's why I'm going to stay in Class 7 until I can prove myself. Until I can show up an annoying hero like you, Ashen Chevalier.
She's ridiculous.
At least she's consistent in her ridiculousness.
The annoying part aside, you really don't need to keep calling me a hero. But you know what? I respect that kind of determination. Welcome to Class 7, Yuna.
Got it.
Kurt Vander reporting. I will also join Class 7. That said, I have no definitive reason for doing so.
Oh?
I simply have no objections to the branch campus's decision to place me in this class. If anything, I'm grateful for the chances it'll give me to test my skills in real combat. I couldn't face my family if I allowed the blades I inherited to rust.
So they're heirlooms?
Metaphorical. He means the will of the Vander school.
I'm also interested in seeing what the 8 leaves can do. So far, I'm not impressed.
Damn!
Whoa!
Get bodied by Kurt?
I do not believe you're in any position to say that.
Well, that's because I'm still learning. Just like you guys. Welcome to Class 7, Kurt.
Thank you.
Altina's piecing. She's like, I'm done with this shit.
How about you, Altina?
There is no need for confirmation. While the details are classified, I intend to follow the protocols of the mission.
No, Altina, that's not what I mean. The answer needs to come from you.
Does she not understand?
She doesn't.
I won't accept.
She only knows orders.
Unless you chose this. I don't care who originally placed you here. Whether it was the principal, the intelligence division, or even the imperial government. Why do you want to stay? It can be anything.
And it can't be what I said.
Hey! Why are you picking on her so much? I still don't get how you guys know each other, but you can't talk like that to a little girl who...
I can't think of a reason. All that comes to mind is how I've supported you on all of your operations this past year. If I'm to be at the branch campus, it is only right that I be in your class. It was also Class 7 who once stood in the way of my mission. Even if the students have changed, I find myself somewhat drawn to the name. Does that work?
Oh.
It works for now. I'm glad you're staying, Altina.
Okay.
Oh, brother. You sure drew that out.
It's been one thing after another.
I now officially declare the formation of Class 7 Special Operations. Let's all work hard and grow together. Not just as a class, but as comrades.
Damn, Orlando, Florida's watching over us.
That was so sweet, Rean.
I was wondering how things were going down here.
Foolish. No instructor has the authority to change a student's placement.
If any of them wanted to transfer, I would have allowed it.
Principal Le Guin, with all due respect...
Everything worked out, so it's fine. Didn't you hear? They decided for themselves. Classes 8 and 9 had a good start, too. Not bad for a trash bin. The coming days will be very interesting indeed. Train our fledglings well while you can. That is, if you don't want them to be swept away by this turbulent era.
Of course.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeesh! This is some school I landed myself in.
Damn, he's even worse than Gramps. Coming here to study is crazy enough, but you sure you want to work under that old goat?
Don't be like that. He's actually pretty amazing. And I feel like I'll be able to make a lot of friends here. But most importantly, I want to do all I can in place of everyone who couldn't come to the Empire.
Look at you, all grown up and doing your own thing. Guess I can't call you short stuff anymore, huh?
Oh.
Our old enemies are definitely on the move. Not just them. The Imperial government and a few other groups are up to something too. Thank the freaking goddess that dumbass was around to help me set up a long-distance line. If anything happens, I'll be here in a flash. Don't hesitate to call me, Tita. You got that?
You bet. But only if you promise me you'll be careful, Agate. Don't do anything too crazy.
I see. For both the main and branch campuses?
Yes, their first day
Ooh.
ended without incident. Class 7 Special Operations, Class 8 Combat Tactics, and Class 9 Military Finance have all been established.
Man, oh man. Just when I thought we finally shoved that beast in a cage, Erebonia's #1 sweetheart just had to show up wanting to be an instructor.
Indeed. Between them and
Rufus.
the young woman, there's far more talent there than one would ever expect from a trash bin. Perhaps there wasn't a need to send him there from Crossbell so soon after all.
Who do you think you're fooling? We all know why you really sent him. But whatever. A powerhouse like him will come in handy.
I'm not sure this is appropriate.
In any event, the wheels are now in motion. With Northumbria's annexation, every bush those serpents would dare hide in has been burned to ash. They have no choice left but to try and reclaim their master's plan. As for the branch campus, that pitiful final act of rebellion from a prince who's lost his blade and his wings. We shall simply have it, and my worthless son, dance at the end of our
The character models are so... I don't know how I feel about them being different.
Your Excellency.
I guess it's not really the models, it's more the eyes are like way less huge in anime, but I don't know, man.
By your will, Excellency, we Ironbloods will see your ambitions are fulfilled.
Ring-a-ding-ding. That's a shitty ringtone.
Whew. I think the connection's finally gone through.
Yay, it worked! I never dreamed I'd be able to talk with you all like this. Indeed. His Highness was too kind to arrange this feature.
Doesn't look like Rean or Gaius came through. Could be they're too far away. Oh, or maybe somewhere where the signal's super weak.
No matter. I'm sure we'll have more than
Juice box.
speak with them in the coming days.
That's right. And we can finally fulfill our promise. Well, you sure are fired up.
How could she not be? This is the season for reunions, after all.
Yeah, spring is here once again.
Oh man. Just in time to get this video a DMCA strike, huh? So she's from Crossbell. I think that's kind of interesting. So now I'm really curious because those other characters, they must join Class 7 or something. Yeah. Man, Elliot really let his hair grow out, and I do not know how I feel about it. Alright, that's going to do it for today. That's all I got in me. That was like almost 3 hours, so... I'm so excited to play this now. I'm so excited to play. This franchise is just so tight. And the fact that there's another one I can play right after is even more fucking tight. So yeah, I'm here. I'm ready. That recap I did was really shitty. But I remember a lot of it. So if anyone ends up watching this on YouTube and they have questions, I can answer that. Or you should just watch it or play the first two yourself. I believe the first two are on Switch now. So if you have a Switch, a Vita, you can play the first two on the Vita. PC, even. The PC version's actually probably the way to go now at this point, I think. But were the first two on PS3? I think they were. And then they were re-released in a package on PS4, but PS3, PS4, Vita, Switch, PC, you can get in there as well. For the first two, at least. 3 and 4 are also on PC as well. So you can go all PC all the time. I don't know when the next time I'll stream this is, because this week I'm going to be pretty busy with work and then, Christmas Eve. But maybe, oh yeah, you could play them all on PS5, get in there. Lost my train of thought. Yeah, so the Christmas Eve, I may not be doing anything just because my family isn't really getting together to do anything because, COVID stuff. So who knows? Maybe I'll stream on Christmas Eve. Maybe I'll stream on Christmas. Maybe I'll just get the itch and stream any day. But as usual, I'll upload it all to YouTube. So in case anyone misses anything, they can check it out there. But with that, it's going to do it for me here. I will catch you guys later with more Cold Steel 3. Peace out.